Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel Pilo Trades again. So today I want to go over some big news that just hit not too long ago, but definitely worth going over. All right, in these news, it involves Google. All right, or Google's parent company, Alphabet. So without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, I just want to give you guys a little disclaimer. All right, so first of all, I'm not an expert. I'm not a financial professional or expert. I'm just a guy on social media that loves dividend investing. All right, just loves investing, the stock market, the economy in general. But I do focus a lot in dividend investing. Okay, and with that, uh, my goal in this whole dividend investing world is to achieve the FIRE lifestyle. Okay, so that's financial independent, retire early. Furthermore, I just want to tell you guys that I don't script. I think I might have script one of my videos, one of my like long ago videos once, and it was great. But for the most part, I want to give you guys this information as I see it, live. I don't want to script a lot. I don't want to sound like a robot. And even if I script stuff, I really don't feel like I would sound like a robot, but I just want it to be genuine, and I want it to be, direct, live, right as it comes out. I want to just, provide the information or provide the content. The other thing I want to point out is that I don't do professional uh, equipment. All right, as you can see, I'm in my car. I do most of these videos on my time off whenever I'm going to the gym or coming out the gym, or whenever I see something and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the car and do them there. Do the content there. And it's not that I don't want to get any professional equipment or anything like that, or I can't do it at home. I can, but sometimes, when you're driving or when you're on a motorcycle, I'm a huge motorcycle enthusiast. Sometimes that's when you start thinking, and a lot of the things that you see throughout the day or throughout the week or whatever, you start just, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but when the music gets going and I'm on my way to the gym and I'm just thinking about how my day went, that's when I start getting all my ideas and thinking about the stock market or thinking about something that I read or stuff like that. So that's where this comes from. All right, so I'm just trying to let you guys know how genuine I am, and how, how I do things. All right, so excuse the ums and the and the pauses here and there. It's not that I intend to do it. It's just human nature, if you ask me. And I don't want to. It's not that I don't have the time. I just don't want to sit there and read off a paper or script. At least not yet, right? Maybe if the channel grows, maybe in the future. But for now, I think I just want to. I'm doing just fine. Just blogging more than anything. I'm just blogging about my trades or what I see in the stock market, and all it takes is just some headphones and my phone, and that's it. And it just so happens that my phone sits perfectly on the steering wheel. So without further ado, now let's get into it. All right, so here we go with the chart, or the one-day chart for Alphabet, right? And that's Google's parent company. And this is what I was expecting the chart to look like for Meta yesterday, right? That spike after hours. So I don't think the results have come out yet, or at least not the full report. I think only estimates have been put out. But there is one thing that Alphabet did say, right? But before we get into it, I just want to give you guys a background, right? So I have managed to acquire 30 shares of Google, right? Ticker symbol GOOGL, right? So that's the one I've acquired. And I throughout this whole time, throughout the life of my portfolio, I've managed to get 30 shares at an average cost of $127. And that's a market value of $5,270 with 4 cents, with a total gain of $1,439 with 77. That's a 37.59%, which is amazing, right? And I can't remember off the top of my head how long I've been having these shares, and honestly, this is quite not so much in line with the dividend investing that I like to do. But just like any investor, if you ask me, whether the investor is more into options trading or a trader, not so much of an investor, or even the long-term investors, no matter what, in the stock market, when you see an opportunity, maybe it's my way of thinking, but when I see an opportunity, regardless of whether or not it's going to be for the long term or if they're going to provide dividends, which is the number one thing that I look at, you see that opportunity, you take it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been acquiring shares of Google, right? And this is what I got so far. And so the predictions for the earnings, as you can see right there, adjusted earnings per share is 189 versus 153 expected. Cloud revenue is 9.58 billion versus 9.37 expected. And then ad revenue is 61.66 billion versus 60.18 billion expected. So as you can see, they're expecting to beat all these estimates, right? And so part of the big news that they just dropped, aside from, as you can see on your screen, they've authorized the repurchase of an additional $70 billion of its Class Alpha and Class Charlie shares. They're announcing their first ever dividend, 20 cents per share, right? I don't know what the percentage that comes out to be according to, their price on their share, but that's 20 cents per share. That is amazing, right? So it was kind of predicted. It was kind of, you kind of see it coming. Meta announced it. Microsoft have been paying. So as far as I remember, I think Microsoft they already have a dividend. Apple already had a dividend as well, but they're not known for their dividends, right? They're tech companies. That's what tech companies do. They take every cent in profit and they put it towards the next best thing, their next innovation, the next upgrade, iPhone, computer, whatever piece of technology they're going to provide to keep that revenue going. It is rare for a tech company to offer dividends, and it is even more rare to have a tech company have a big dividend, right? I don't think there's even I've never come across a tech company that has a huge dividend. But here we can see 30 cents per share. They announced it today on Thursday. Returning capital when Google parent is spending billions of dollars on data centers to catch up with rivals on pretty much AI, right? So, I mean, big news. This is amazing. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's big news for me, all right? I have a lot of shares. I'm probably going to keep buying more if I see a dip. But it's going to be, I don't know if I'll see a dip or I don't know if there's going to be a better buying opportunity than right now. I know aftermarket shares went from like 155, 150 range to like 170 something. So even if I put in an order now, I mean, I'm probably going to be executing that order at 20 to 30 bucks above the price that I'm thinking I'm going to get it. So I'm about to go to the gym, think about it real hard, maybe do a little bit of stock analysis and see what the portfolio is going to look like if I drop a couple more shares. The other thing that it doesn't bother me, but another thing I've noticed is I don't like grabbing one or two shares here. I like having, whole numbers divisible by like 5 or 10, right? So if I don't grab 10 shares, I'll probably grab 5 shares. And if I don't grab 5 shares, I probably won't buy any. But I don't like doing 1 or 2. I like doing 5, 10, right? 20, depending on the stock. So we're going to take a look at the portfolio, reevaluate. And again, this is not going on my M1 or my Robinhood for that matter. This is going on my Vanguard, right? My Vanguard is the first portfolio that I started experimenting with stocks and whatnot. And I think it's going to be I'm going to buy the shares. It's going to be a perfect fit for that portfolio. That's why I have my 30 shares of it. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to put that out there. Remember, I'm just a random guy on social media sharing his love and knowledge of dividend investing. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, complaints, whatever, don't hesitate to DM me, comment, share this video if you found some value. So until next time, take care.